Oh, are we rolling yet? Hold on a second. Let me just text this chick back really quick. Okay.
Guruji, man, he's just like my yoga hero. He just gives me all the right adjustments. If I'm slouching or if I've got any posture issues, then he just comes by and gets me right as rain.
When I was first coming up, I had mostly women teachers, and when I started having male teachers, I got really inspired to focus more on the teachings rather than the teacher's body. Typically, bros might think of going to yoga for the chicks, which is a tempting reason, but hitting on them usually fails because women don't go to yoga to get hit on, just like how they experience the rest of the world. They go to yoga to escape that. So bros have a frustrating time because they're not as good as women, and their flirtations, don't have any progress. So instead of going into a frustrating situation that doesn't make you want to come back, you come into a nurturing community surrounded by your bros, right? You learn to become the master of your brodom, which helps you to chill when you go out to normal yoga classes, and ultimately that will help draw the women to you.
Man, I'm gonna make it with all the babes now. I just know it.
They'll see that you hold it down deep inside, and that will be very attractive to them. So basic bro yoga it's for the bros, and it's for the ladies as well.
We used to get in fights like all the time. I mean, like all the time. Are you serious? Since he started doing his basic bro yoga, he's been way more mellow. The other night, he even picked up a dish and put it away. I don't know if it means anything, but the yoga is working.
My first book, which I use as my manual in my teacher trainings, it really just goes over the basics of basic bro yoga. So the sequence is very typical to yoga classes, but there's extra type of therapies thrown in. There's a lot of wrist movement that helps to manage the bros' tendency to strain their thumbs and wrists, drinking PBR and swiping right continuously on Tinder.
And roll the ankle.
We do a lot of therapies for the knees and ankles that help to mitigate jumping down from large trucks.
Just sit like you're crouching over like a porta potty Coachella. There, that's good. Remember, bros don't let bros skip leg day, right? Okay.
Whereas we do encourage very smooth breathing, we don't shame basic bros for huffing and puffing when they attempt their first wheel pose.
There you go. Breathe. Breathe. No big deal. There you go. Come on down.
Just staying really centered after class. I just really have like a real focus after every one of his classes.
Alignment for basic bro yoga is somewhat adaptable. We want to make bros comfortable, especially in the basics of basic bro yoga. So we adapt to accommodate delicate ego of the basic bro. It's pretty practical, and it's pretty physical what we do, and that's a good way to segue into it at first. But as in all yoga practices, our hearts are opening, and there's moments at the end of class where you can tell everyone's had a touching experience, and sometimes guys almost come to tears, and you usually quickly write it off and have a little bit of a man hug or a chest bump, and those moments are really sacred.
I just feel so close to everyone around me.
It feels really good to know that someone's there for you.
Bring the feet together. Bend the knees. And then roll. There you go. Scoot to the knees. Right? And then you can hold the drink. And then try not to spill the drink. There you go. And if you're advanced, you hold 2 drinks. And other direction. That's it. Smooth.
It was a good way to introduce information to the basic bro community, and it really helped me to segue to what I feel like is my masterpiece, which is my novel, and I'm really quite proud of. People commonly compliment the title of the book, brogy, to me it was a natural progression of taking the word bro and taking the term yogi and just morphing it together, just pushing it in until it was just all one, just like we all are. And this describes the whole history of how basic bro yoga came to be. Back in the 90s, my older sister did yoga to 90s videos, and I was interested in them. And when no one was around, I would watch the videos and do the practice in her leotards. And I felt good, but I felt really conflicted and weird about that. I didn't realize that I could still be a bro and do yoga. And at some point I had, a light bulb go off where I realized I really did need to create an avenue and dare I say a safe space for bros to feel like they can really be themselves when they do yoga.
Before yoga, I was just so freaking angry. I just wanted to hit everyone. And now, I don't know, doesn't seem worth it.
I just feel so seen and held by him. No matter what I do, everything's perfect. It's all in divine right alignment.
Here you go, man. Just fix your alignment, just like there you go. Remember we talked about this before.
Oh,
okay, there you go.
thank you.
You're good now. I
Love
fixed
that.
you.
I just really appreciate the support and compassion. Except when he's hassling you, but he means it well.
Plank it up, bro. Plank it up. Look at me. You're nothing, bro.
The plank record competitions are really a practice of self-compassion, because you can't hold it for a long time without really being accepting of what you're going through and feeling that it's okay to come out anytime.
You could sleep like this.
I already took a nap.
I could sleep like this for hours.
I just woke up.
Going for the record. Going for the MF record.
You can always set your record next week if it's not right for you, if it's not practicing non-harming to do it right this time, then it's okay to do it later. The plank records are always there waiting for you in the future, and the future's bright.
So mellow, I can't even tell I'm breathing, bro.
Come on down for the plank off. We have some nice food and drinks afterwards, and the women are welcome as well, to watch and cheer us on. So hope to see you there. I see this movement venturing out ultimately from the West Coast to the East Coast, and then eventually globally as well.
Just a reminder, we're having winter teacher training in Vegas this year, and summer teacher training on Jersey Shore, so there's still a couple spaces if you guys are interested in signing up to teach this beautiful method. So thank you again. I'll see you next time. Beer pong at my place.
It's such an inspiring community, and I feel really lit up every time. And it's really a practice of finding our light and being the light and keeping things light. I'd like to do a shout out to Tucker and Taylor and Tyler and Chad and Chet and DJ and JD and Crazy Pete. You guys, every time I practice, you're in my heart forever, for real, bro.